Hello everyone. In the series of discussion about various elements of communication mix or the methods of promotion mix, today we'll talk about public relation or publicity. So we have discussed about other elements also like advertising, sales, promotion. Now we'll talk about public relations and publicity. After this, we'll also talk about personal selling, direct marketing, interactive and internet marketing in other video. So let's talk about public relation and publicity. So while talking about public relation, we'll also cover publicity and talk about media relations also. So when we talk about public relations, starting the public relation, so it is about building up a goodwill and relationship with the surrounding environment. That may include advertising agency also, that may include our customers also, stakeholders also, government agencies also. So as you can see on your screen, public relation could be understood by various components or the various example. Public relation is related to the audiences, it is related to the society, social media, advertising, communication, media, news. So what exactly we do in public relation? Now, public relation, it includes a variety of programs designed to promote or protect the company's image or its individual products. Or public relation is the discipline which looks after the reputation with the aim of earning understanding and support and influencing opinion and behavior. It is a planned and sustained effort to establish and maintain goodwill and mutual understanding between an organization and its public. So what is public relation? What is public relation? Public relation is a systematically planning and distributing information in an attempt to control and manage image and the nature of publicity received. So public relation and publicity both are connected together, and what we exactly do in public relation. Public relation is about building up the reputation, trust, media relations, and sharing news also, and maintaining a effective communication with the surrounding environment. Public relations or PR is the practice of managing and disseminating information from individuals and or any organization to the public in order to influence their perception. So objective is to influence the perception of the public, and this is a practice which is managed by any individual or any organization, or on behalf of any organization, and these organizations may be like business houses, government agency, or non-profit organizations also. So when we talk about public relations, so this may be establishing or maintaining relationship between employee and customer relation, government and media relation, and investor and marketing communication relation also. Now let's talk about the scope of public relations. So it has a lot of applications now. Public relation, when we talk about the scope, so public relation is related to the publicity, it is related to the corporate communications also, community relations also. So in case of publicity, it's like maintaining relation with the audience in large in term of media, using media mentions by like TV, online media, or radio. So using broadcast media, place media like which covers article, podcast. So basically this includes publications also, and influencer relations which largely includes social media. So by creating publicity, and we have one more category second, which is corporate communication. So how corporate communications are done and what is the objective. So employee relations, stakeholder and investor relations, crisis communication. So these are the methods to build up to maintain the corporate communication. And we have third category, which is community relations. So to maintain the relationship with the community, like by using sponsorship, developing community program, monitoring possible opinions. So these are the three methods or the three important scope of the public relation, like publicity, corporate communications, and community relations. Now let's talk about the public relation tools. So on your screen you can see these are some important or broadly classified tools. So tools are like cause related marketing, publicity vehicles, special publications, community activities, corporate advertising, public affair activities, special events sponsorships. So these are seven important tools mentioned on the screen. So largely used for the maintaining public relation. Cause related marketing, we have some specific objective or the organization is targeting any specific cause. The cause may be a commercial cause also or non-commercial. The cause may be benefit to the society at large also. Then these types of these public relation activities are conducted, and publicity vehicles are used for exercising this public relation activity. Sometimes special publications are also done, corporate advertising is done, events are also sponsored, and public affair activities are which are like largely for the meant for the benefit of general public. Such activities are also conducted. Community activities are conducted. Now, while discussing about the publicity tools, let's talk about the publicity vehicle. So, publicity vehicle may be categorized as feature articles, news releases, press conferences, special events, and interview. So these are the different methods or the different vehicles by which publicity could be done. Company or the organization uses these types of vehicle for the publicity purposes. Sometimes feature articles or specific articles are published by a organization. Interviews are conducted or interviews are shared with the media. Special events are conducted. Press conferences are regularly organized by many organizations to maintain the publicity. News releases are also given for whenever there is any important development in an organization. Many organization releases news to the media agencies. Now let's talk about some more tools of the public relation. This includes website, news, speeches, special events, written material also, audio visual aids, public service activities. So we talked about these tools in the earlier slide also. So objective is like the key objective of the public relation is to build up the goodwill. Now how this goodwill is developed? So public relation builds goodwill by fostering trust, credibility and positive perception through earned media, storytelling and community engagement, complementing paid advertising with authentic third party validation to create a unified brand message, manage reputation and enhance long term customer relationship. So this enhances the long term customer relationship. And what how this is done? So this is done by fostering the trust, credibility and positive perception. So this goodwill comprises of developing goodwill. How this goodwill is measured? Goodwill is measured by fostering trust, credibility and positive perception. And how this is done using earned media, storytelling and community exchange or community engagement program, which complements paid advertising with authenticated or authentic third party validation to create a unified brand message with, and thus it manages the reputation of the individual or the organization. Now, important advantages. So what is the result of exercising these public relation activities? So advantage of public relation includes building up credibility, focusing on the target market. It helps in controlling the cost of the operations also, helps in generating the leads also, and helps in building up the image or the brand image. So all these activities, so these are the results. This leads to ultimate development of the goodwill of the organization or the individual. So it is the positive feelings about the company or the company's product offering or about the company's image. Now let's talk about publicity and public relation together. Both terms are similar, but how these are related, there is a difference between these two terms also. Publicity is a short-term strategy, and public relation is a very long-term strategic function. Okay, publicity may be positive also or a negative also, whereas public relation is generally aims to be positive only, and publicity is not the under the organization's control. Okay, so this may be this is the publicity is the result of the public relation. Okay, so Public relation is under the organization control. It depends upon the organization how they want to build up their relationship. Okay, and publicity is not under the control of organization. Publicity is usually unpaid, whereas to maintain the public relation, the organization or the individual has to spend the money. Okay, so it is paid and planned activity. Public relation impact is great in case of public relation. Impact is created through planned communication. All the activities are previously planned, whereas in case of publicity, impact is created through the event or deeds. Publicity uses press releases, okay, or news coverages, and whereas in case of public relation, other activities are like event, campaign, or media relation activities are conducted. And also this public relation, in case of public relation, organization manages information dissemination, how the information is shared with the public at large. Whereas publicity, in case of publicity, there is a limited control over final media impact. So, in a nutshell, publicity sometimes may not be controlled. It may be positive or it may be negative, but public relation is a long-term strategic function. Now let's compare publicity or public relation with the advertising. Okay, all these are the elements of integrated marketing communication or the even, promotion mix also. Now there are some factors like control, credibility, reach, frequency, cost, flexibility, timing. So we are comparing advertising and publicity. On your screen, you can see the comparison. So control is more in case of advertising, but in publicity there is a less control. Credibility of publicity is much higher. Okay, and reach is measurable in case of advertising. Frequency of the advertising is controlled, whereas in case of publicity it can't be controlled. Cost is very high in case of advertising. Flexibility is also high in case of advertising. You can modify, you can customize your advertising campaigns also. And the timing of the advertising is always specific in nature. So there is a good control, large control in case of advertising. But yes, there are some benefits also in case of publicity. Like credibility is much high. Okay. So this is the comparison between advertising and publicity. Now on the screen you can see an image which is about the how to relate advertising and public relation. So you can see like we offer best products and services. So it is like in case of advertising, it is communicating about the best features of the product and services or the offering of the organization. Whereas public relation is like building up the trust. Okay, so it is a trust building exercise or goodwill building exercise. Now let's talk about media relations. So after discussing about the public relation, publicity, we'll talk about the media relation also. Now how this is related to the publicity or public relation. So it is like working with the media, not going against the media. So media relation is like building up relationship, positive relationship with the media agencies, media organization. This seeks to garner positive publicity. Ultimately, objective is to generate the positive publicity with the help of media, because media is always connected with the audience and media is a mediator between the communicator and the receiver or the audience. Okay, so preferred channel for public outreach, it is a preferred channel for public outreach because the audiences view media coverages as more credible than traditional advertising or promotional efforts. Okay, so these media coverages are more reliable, so this creates a lot of impact, huge impact on audience or consumers mind. So therefore, media relations is a continued engagement and interaction with the news outlets or the media outlets, journalists, and other form of media outlets. This working relationship helps bridge the gap between the public and the organization with the help of media professionals responsible for pushing information in the mainstream media. Okay, let's talk about some benefits of media relations. So it has already been established that the media relation helps organization individuals connect with the groups responsible for disseminating news and information to the general public. Now, media relation can support marketing in which ways? Yes, it can support marketing activities like building a company credibility. So this media relation helps in building the company's credibility. This helps in establishing an organization as a reputable source of information in a specific domain. Okay, this also helps in generating leads and prospects. Building media relation helps in gaining testimonials and endorsements from unbiased sources also. Okay. This stress existing marketing and advertising budgets through cost-effective communication or the sales literature. So media relation is exactly like how a organization or how the general public thinks about a organization. So as a organization, we can say like what people think we do. So this is the media relation. So media relation also refers to the organization's relationship with the editors, reporters, and journalists, typically through the media relations specialist or a media relation team. It is the art of the art of media relations focuses on getting free positive media coverage through various media outlets like television, radio, online publications, also online channels. And media relation is less about individual coverage opportunity, okay, but it is more about long lasting media relationships. So if you specialize or you are interested in specializing in media relation, it is very crucial for you to work with a media, not against it. Okay, so media relation can result in win-win relationship. Okay, win-win relationship for like journalists benefit with easy access to relevant stories and sources, and your client benefits with free publicity and promotion. So it is a like win-win situation for both. So now let's talk about differentiating or comparing public relations with the media relations. So public relations and media relation. Media relation is a subset of public relation. Okay, it is a subset of public relation in an team structure. Organization's team structure. Media relations is typically one part of the or of a broader public relation team. Okay. If an organization outsources their media relations, you or your agency would likely work with the organization's public relation team. Now, while discussing about the comparison between public relation and media relations, we'll have some more discussion. It is like while public relation is how a business or organization communicates and builds relationship with the public media. Public with the public media relations manages and media relation manages communication and relationship in one channel the media. Okay, so this is the difference between public relation and public media relation. Right? Public relation is about how a business or organization communicates and builds relation with the public. In media relation, the media relation manages the communication and relationship in one channel, okay, which is using media. So uh, public relation manages a relationship with the public, including customers, stakeholders, online communities, employees, suppliers, government entities, and media. It also manages the overall public perception of the organization and its brand. And media relation falls under the public relation umbrella. So media relation is a subset or is a part of public relation. Now you can see the summary format of the public relation and media relation. We can summarize. So when we talk about public relation, it is like communicating with many people or all the people of an organization that may have relationship with employees, customers, fans, communities, and media. So these are the different components. Okay, and when we talk about having relationship, media means establishing media relation. So media relation is what? It is interaction with the media, the reporters, journalists, editors, print media sources, electronic media, outdoor media, or maybe online media also, to communicate organizations newsworthy information. So while differentiating about between media relation and public relations, we can conclude media relation is about developing a relationship with media outlet, okay, and public relation is about developing and strengthening the relationship between company and the general public. So I hope we have discussed this, you have liked this topic, and we have discussed public relation and publicity in detail as an element of communication mix or promotion mix, and you have liked this tutorial video. We'll talk about other elements also. Thank you.